Guys, what's up? It's Devus the Wolf here, and welcome to a brand new video. Today's video is going to be a little different than my other content, but quite similar in a way. What I'm going to be doing today is a get to know me video. A video to tell you, kind of like, just get to know me, get to know stuff about me that you may possibly be wondering. So, without any further ado, let us get into this video and let us discover more about myself. My name is Devus the Wolf. The name Devus is actually a very rare name that descends from Latin and something of a godly word. So I chose that name not because I'm a god, but because I prefer to think I like the idea of gods. I'm open to that idea, and so I chose that as my name. Well, it also came to me as a very fitting name, if that makes any sense. So the name Devus is somewhat of a godly word derived from Latin. I don't know if it's Spanish or Italian. I think it's one of those. But then again, I don't know much of other languages. I'm sure most of you know by now, you can literally tell it in my voice, I am from Britain, or I'm British. Although, very slight part Irish, if you can tell it in my accent. But for the most part, yes, I am British. I come from the home of crumpets and tea. You know, the country that has never won the Olympics for a very long time, and I think we really need to. But yes, I am British, from the home of all things posh. Just in case you were wondering or didn't know, if you check in my channel's about section, you would know that I am a furry. I am part of the furry fandom, and this YouTube channel primarily exists to be a furry commentary channel. I was the commentary channel Pyrocynical was supposed to be, but we didn't need or something like that. So basically, I am the furry at Pyrocynical, but with millions less subscribers. But yeah, I also want to include quite a bit of originality to this channel. I don't want it to just be completely, like the rest of them, kind of a copy-paste of most other furry YouTube channels. So I thought I'd give my own swing on things. As you see, I do try to create a variation of different content. Not always going to be furry, but it will mostly be furry commentaries. An example of stuff that I've done in the past that wasn't exactly furry, which was actually quite recent, it's actually one of my most recent videos, is my top 5 albums of all time. My first and probably only music review to just give an idea of some of my favourite albums of all time that I love dearly. There's some other examples, like my very earlier, much earlier videos, like my Gorillaz video, which is my most viewed video to date. My, looking at a beautiful rainbow video, my very first fucking video. Don't check that out. Don't check that out. That was me like 2 years ago. You'll definitely see a difference in my voice from like 4 years ago. Fucking 4 years ago, I made my first video. But yeah, I primarily exist as a YouTuber in the furry fandom, but I also exist primarily as a furry commentary channel. So, I hope you enjoy that. With that general introduction to me out of the way, I want to also give a general idea of the things I like and the things that I dislike. I know I made a video about things I dislike already, but there are a few other things I wish to include in this video that I didn't mention in that video. So anyways, let's get on with that. I feel it'd be best to start off positive and with the things that I do like. And this can be from general things, so musicians I like. My favourite band of all time is Gorillaz. My favourite electro band would have to be Daft Punk. Favourite artist is a tie between two, and that would be Damon Albarn or David Bowie. I love the two of them so dearly. It's hard to compare the two since they're from completely different genres. So I love them both the same. They're joint first. I love them both. Um, Other things I love making YouTube videos. I mean, I wouldn't be making them if I didn't fucking like them, really. I like a lot of things. I used to like making, actually still do. I like making paper planes. I do like to work on that and actually make them better. I do like that. It's a little bit of a pastime for me. And you can judge me, but I know I don't watch it really since it's a kids program. But yes, I do still like Thomas the Tank Engine. It was one of the only kid shows I really watched and cared about as a kid. Like seriously, whenever Thomas came on the TV, you would not move me. You would not move me. I would be transfixed to the TV when Thomas was on. I love trains. That's another thing I love. I like trains because, well, they're a better source of getting around, well, than cars. And I know people are going to be like, oh, but cars are much better because they can go everywhere on the roads and you can go off-road and they're super fast. It's like, yeah, but cars have a speed limit. I know trains pretty much have a speed limit, but they can't really exceed that, can they? And, trains are better than cars in my personal opinion. I do apologise if I offend anyone by saying that. That's just my opinion. You can have yours, but I have mine. So yeah, I love Thomas Tank Engine. I love trains. Um, TV programs are like, now when I'm a massive fan of TV, it's really not my thing anymore. I don't really like much television. But whenever TV was on, there were some programs I actually like to watch. Sometimes I used to like watching, I don't know, a bit of Family Guy, a bit of American Dad, um, a bit of, what's it, Spring Watch, because apparently I'm an old fogey. Um, what else did I used to watch? I used to like watching programs like, Lizard Lip Towing, some of the chart shows. I don't watch chart shows anymore. Modern music just isn't my taste anymore, and the mainstream music just seems to have gone down the toilet, in my opinion. Um, Other things like, I'd have to say YouTube channels, since YouTube is primarily what I watch, since I don't really watch much television. YouTube channels I like, or have come to really appreciate and like, love, would have to be people like, Pyrocynical, fucking No Fuckers, Cadicarus, Colossus Crazy, fucking H3H3, I'm Alex. Most people in the commentary community, except Leafy. Leafy is just a bellend. Um, I like a lot of other furry YouTubers as well, like Narsaina, what's his name? Sparkle, Sparkle G Shep, Sven the Fen, and Emo Bean, even though she's actually subscribed to me. I don't know why. Um, who else do I like? Picard Rue. Who else? There's so many furry YouTubers that I do like. I do lose track. I do tend to lose track. But there's a lot of them basically. There's a lot of furry YouTubers and YouTubers in general that I like. My primary people that I do watch currently would be Cadicarus. A channel called Black Ops Amazing because he makes like theory videos about the zombie storyline, and I actually have submitted a question myself for him, which you can check out if you watch him yourself. You'll find it probably in one of his videos. Who else do I watch currently? The Smith Plays. I watch a variation of content. So, but the primary people I do watch is Cadicarus and most of the commentary community. Anyways, that's been the things that I do like. Sadly, I have to move on to the things that I don't like. So, we have to move on to the things that I dislike. Now, I'm going to say this before I say anything. This is all in my opinion. I do apologise if I offend you. This is just to get to know me and the things I dislike. Right. First thing I'd have to say I dislike is clickbait channels. Now, these primarily consist of some of the worst clickbait channels. I'm not saying these are the only ones, but the worst clickbait offenders I've seen that have some of the worst clickbait titles you'll ever hear is Fernando, who's been terminated thankfully, Derv, who's also been terminated thankfully, and Lispy Jimmy, who sadly for fucking some reason is still around, even though he's a fucking slithery snake, and preys on people like me, and I'll put my hands up, I initially was a fucking idiot to think his giveaways were real, they're not. And I hate how people are defending him, saying, oh, it was just a joke. It wasn't a joke how he was doing it in every single video and made it out to be, true. If you want a prime example and the facts and that, go check out somebody like No Fucker's video about that. He really gave the whole truth about Lispy Jimmy, so do check that out if you want to know more about that. Anyways, another thing I'd have to say I fucking hate would have to be hype beasts. These people who, no matter what genre it is or whatever it is, like an event or a YouTube channel, some fucking thing going on, are basically these people who are like, oh, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be fantastic, it's going to be fucking brilliant. And as soon as something happens or something comes out, they're just, oh, I don't like it now, I'm just going to go. It's like, why? Why would you do that? Don't say you like something or excited for something, and then as soon as it comes out, you just fuck off. No, don't do that. If you like something, have a reason to like it, or have a reason to be excited for something. Don't just fucking hype something up for the sake of hyping it up. That doesn't really help. Now, the major thing that I really dislike, and the thing I really want to just get off of my conscience, I'm sorry if I offend people by this, but yes, I fucking hate SJWs. I hate social justice warriors for the reason that they're corrupting society, making it a place where you can't have an opinion, you can't say anything, you can't even have a different, you can't have a different viewpoint, and you can't criticize anything. Basically, it's going to be all family friendly, all happy dappy, all this shit. And I'm not saying I'm the most researched person on social justice warriors, but I have seen a lot of it. It's basically people who can't hear somebody else's opinion, they can't hear criticism, they can't hear things from both sides, they think they're always right, they think their opinion is the only one that is valid, even though all opinions are valid. These are basically people who are just so stubborn and so far up their arse, who think that, to call somebody by the wrong pronouns is the worst thing in the world. I'm not going to get all into that, I really don't want to. But to just say, I don't like SJWs. They make a society puffs, how they used to call it. Basically making everybody a pussy. But anyways, that's the last of the things I dislike. And I tell you, I majorly dislike fucking SJWs. I'm sorry if I offend you by saying that. It's just the way I am. This has been a get to know me session. I really do hope that you enjoyed the video. I really do. And I do want to apologise about that previous segment. I do want to apologise about getting really negative. Then again, it is the things I dislike. And one of the major things is SGW, so I just don't like them. And I'm sorry, I had to get that off my chest. But I hope you guys really enjoyed this. This is something new, something more personal. Something to get to know me for who I am. I really hope you enjoyed. And if you did, I would very much appreciate if you leave a like, and if you would be very most kind, if you'd be most kind, I would appreciate it if you share this video around, get my voice heard, and I'd also really appreciate it if you would subscribe today, because I am trying to hit my goal for the end of this year of either 250 or 300 subscribers, so any help towards that would be massively appreciated. It'd go a long way for me. So anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you enjoyed the video. I also hope you have a wonderful week too. And Devus out.